Hey guys, third fan of the night.
Third fan of the night.
So this is yet another gold line from the big haul. We're going through all of these because we're hoping we'll be able to install some more at GMS. If you haven't already, go see the video where we installed 2 of them at GMS in the balcony. If they'll rent us a lift, then we will put anywhere from 3 to 6 in the main area. We've got a few different ideas, and I would honestly at that point ask the church where they think they should go before me and Pete made the final decision. So we have discovered there are all kinds of weird differences in these gold/silver lines.
Yeah.
Go ahead, but your medalist.
The motors are gold lines.
Yeah.
The blades are technically gold lines.
Everything's gold line parts, but they put them in silver line boxes, except for
Right.
this one. This one's in an actual gold line box.
Right.
And is this is how many were those were actually in the Taiwan boxes? 2 or 3, I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
I know we had one actual Taiwan in a Taiwan box, and then so yeah, but this one was actually in a gold line box. This has the larger motor, and I think that's. Oh yeah, I was wondering where those got to. I like those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal all Pete's candy. Yeah. Anything you want to say about this before we start the video?
Brown.
That's true. Man, do they look good at GMS.
They do.
I mean, I knew they would look good there, but with it being a newer building and older fans, they really look like they belong.
Yeah, I think because they're new in the box, and nobody can really tell out there. Nobody knows the difference between what they used to be and what they make now.
Yeah, I'm excited. Again, I hope they'll rent us a lift and we can do the rest of them.
Okay.
Okay, well, time for 0 to high.
Yes.
We know it's a big inrush,
yes.
So no real surprise there. That's the great thing about testing a whole bunch of the same fan is we're at 9.6 is as high as this one went.
Yep.
You know what works really good for touch-up paint?
What?
For fans if we can't find the right shade in a paint marker?
Yeah.
Nail polish.
Okay.
So if you think about it, you can find every color of like if this brown is too dark and this brown is too light, there's another brown in the middle with nail polish because women want every color imaginable.
Oh yeah.
And I've definitely used that in the past. When I need to match a color, I've used it on guitars too to touch up guitar paint. I've gone to my wife and I've been like, "This is the color of the guitar," and she'll find me a nail polish that's the exact color.
Wow.
So okay, well, let's get some rip'ems and some siff'ems and let's rip and siff it.
Well, first.
While he's up there, I'm gonna steal his candy. He's got these gummy nerd clusters.
Yep, 106 watts. Let's do watts.
Power factor of 1.
Yes, exactly. Power factor of 1.
The important thing in testing watts is when the power factor is not 1. Because the power factor is 1, you just use math.
Okay, 297.5, so basically 300.
Interesting that this draws a little less current, but is going the same speed.
Sometimes they have a little bit more efficiency.
Yep.
There's just always that variable efficiency where it's like a little less current, but faster speed.
Oh, yeah.
I get a 551 here too.
You think you got 610 on the last one?
Yep. Oh. Maybe it's just the way I'm holding.
Maybe. Never hurts to double check. Let me know what your final number is. $551?
Yeah.
So that's coming out at about 9,400. So definitely a little less CFM than the last one, which could be a variation in the fan or it could be variation in the test. Because again, our tests are not 100% scientific.
Oh no.
They are, what should we say? Maybe about 37% scientific.
Yeah, but more so an idea.
Yeah.
Based on a little scientific with the wind speed.
Mm-hmm.
being able to measure the wind speed, but then other than that...
We'll go ahead and hit spin down. I was trying to think of a number that I liked. I was trying to find a variation of 7779311, which is, of course, the best number. Oh, it's the outside light. I was like, what do I still hear?
Yep.
The outside light's got a little faint buzz to it.
Well, it's a mercury vapor. What do you expect?
Yep. That was another great project that we did.
Oh, yes, yes. That one, putting an outside light, just as the way we would remember seeing those kind of lights on like farms.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I still see quite a few of them on the freeway.
Yeah, absolutely. Because why is the farmer's not going to replace something he doesn't have to?
Although some of them have done LED.
Yeah, because once the fixture dies, they don't care about vintage or nostalgia. They just want the brightest light. And LED can get brighter.
Mm-hmm. Good spin down.
You're crunching a little ahead of schedule there.
It's a Reese's, not the chips.
Okay. How can someone make so much noise eating a Reese's? Okay, so where do you think it's going to start?
I'm also going to say 5.
Okay, last one was 6 for me, so I'll say 6.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You want to keep going? I should have said 4 like last time. I'm changing mine to 4.
Nope, you already said 6, so I already started it on 4, and it started on 4 more than I thought.
Yeah, sometimes they do. Is it interesting to see the differences?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll edit the video and post, so it'll look like I'm right.
Okay, so the 4 is going to actually start.
Wow.
Well, here's 5. Six.
It's interesting. You can hear the ice cracking on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
That's because of all the warmth in here from the heater and the lights and everything is melting the ice on the roof. Yep. And so, because even though it's kind of chilly in here with the heater off, it's warmer because we ran the heater for a while, and it's enough to melt the ice on the roof. But it's doing it more during the video. Keep going.
7.
It's doing it more during the video because we turned off the other fans, so there's nothing to keep it from escaping. Mm-hmm. So that's why we're hearing crack, 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 crack. In addition to what we hear at 8, which is...
Comes 8.
Crunch, 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 crunch. And then he's going to wash it down with the beverage of fan collectors, which I am told is...
Sperry.
Sperry. What's the motto for Sperry?
It's Sperry good.
Very good. And you know what else?
What?
Crunch, 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 crunch.
9. So yeah, 8 we know is the perfect low speed.
Yeah, I think if we could fit easily as many as 8 more fans in there, but I think that would be
a little overkill.
Not so much. It wouldn't be really even overkill for the space, but it'd be overkill for our batch of gold lines.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking somewhere between 3 and 6 more. Okay, we can keep going.
10.
I wonder what happens at 12. I have a theory.
Here's 11. Mine goes to 11.
Mm-hmm. Besides crunching, do you know what's after 11?
12.
Well, the answer I'm looking for is scales.
Oh. Scales?
Mm-hmm. Because, in Spinal Tap, the amps go to 11.
Yeah.
But scales is one step louder than that.
12.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Actually, we should have a contest. What's louder? Scales Pro Audio or Pete's crunching? I have a feeling that there would be no eardrums left within a 12-mile radius.
13.
I keep forgetting we got to put that fluorescent light back up there or put a different one there. But I guess we can wait till the fan surgery is done.
Yeah.
We can keep going.
14. 15.
Rick or sheep?
Yeah, that's a Rick. 16.
Rick needs to put some bass in his voice.
17. 18. 19.
Okay, everyone, put on your protective your protective earring. Just put on all your protective stuff. That's all I got to say. Because what's about to happen is
20.
crunch, 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 crunch. And you know what else?
What?
Crunch, 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 crunch. One more thing. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Scary.
Beverage of Fan Collectors.
Yeah.
Available at the barn and select days at Fanimation.
22.
And at a certain Chuck E. Cheese in Lombard, Illinois.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think he works there anymore.
Still, I think he works there one day a week, just so that he can stay on the. But he did change all the beverage indicators from starry to sperry.
Oh, I wonder what they were thinking of that.
I'm sure nobody noticed.
Did he really?
I think so.
I'd like to see that.
He either did it or said he was going to do it. And Stuart's the kind of person that if he says he's going to do it, he does it.
Okay. And then 30.
He does not live in fear.
35. And I'm just going to max it right out.
What happened if you maxed it right out?
Doesn't even go over.
Okay.
That's what happens if you're nowhere
near.
Yeah,
we still got a gap between 40 and high.
Yep.
And quite the cool breeze, one might say.
Yes, we do.
Okay, well, let's see how this one does on the solid of states.
Yes.
I have a theory. You know what that theory is?
What?
Crunch, 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 crunch.
All right. Solid state. I already know what these are gonna do.
They've been bedroom quiet the whole way.
Yeah, which does work out perfectly.
It does. Well, this one's a little louder.
Well,
it's still not unusable. It's still bedroom quiet. It's just not as quiet as the last one. That's interesting, though. Okay, is that all of our tests?
It is.
Okay, well, because we want to get the heat going again, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors very quickly. Fan Stick, Light Stick, Taco Burrito Mexico, Sperry, 81220 LLC, where the motto is
Crunch.
crunch, 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 crunch.
Yes.
Good manufacturing company. What?
That was 81220. Yes, crunch, crunch.
Did I not say that?
No, you said Taco Burrito.
I thought I said. Okay, well,
Okay.
all of the sponsors, RickerSheep.com, Okay, well, that's everything here. It's too bad there's nobody else in the video or no special visitors. Oh, who's that at the door? Why, look. It's Metal Jonas. You looking for anything, Metal Jonas?
You have any Homestead catalogs?
What?
Or even some Edwards Longshine catalogs? Newtone catalogs?
What do you think of House on the Rock, Metal Jonas?
Oh, House on the Rock. One word, incredible. One word, overwhelming. One word, amazing. Wow.
Wow. Well, as always, patreon.com/dspiffy. Thanks for watching, and
bye,
bye, Fansick. Thanks for watching.